All right. So the first question I'm going to ask is, everybody know where Thailand is? Okay, that's always a good start. So tonight we're going to talk about the kind of things you need to know. There's always going to be something that we probably don't have the answer to yet. I guarantee you there's an Einstein on this call that will think of something we haven't thought about. So again, bear with us. If we don't have all the answers, we will come back. Important dates. Soft launch actually happened yesterday. And I believe they had a great attendance. The Thailand market opening is being driven by our Korean office. And Jay Rowe, who is our Korean general manager, I was on a call with this morning. They were really, really excited about what they experienced yesterday. And they're very excited about what's to come. There will be an official grand opening in ceremony in September. And for those of you working towards the Welcome Thailand incentive, I can tell you that it will be at the latter half of September, not the earlier part that we were thinking. I got very excited when I heard that today, because that really works well for our incentive. Okay. There is a team in place in Thailand, already up and running. We've got a sales and marketing director, somebody that looks after HR and finance, operations, sales and customer service, and then marketing and regulatory affairs. So all key areas that you need to get a new market up and running, bearing in mind that sometimes the legalities of countries means that there are differences. Okay. And they have an office in downtown Bangkok. I will not even attempt to read out the address, but they have an office and they do have like a walk-in center. So if you have somebody that's interested and they want more information, they can certainly walk into the office and speak to somebody in language. Okay. Now, the most important thing is how are you going to sign somebody up? We're going to take the steps through this, and then we've got a short little demo that Andrew has done with a fabulous voiceover to take us through it. His best radio voice came out, let me just tell you. But it is as easy as logging into your own account, as you do probably most days. Click on the register new associates or customers, choosing your customer type, and then you would select the country of residence, specify your account for the enroller and sponsor. And what it does is it will generate a link for you. And you copy and paste that link and send it to somebody either in an email, in an SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. I'm tempted to say carrier pigeon, but that would be a feat in itself. However you want to share it with somebody. And then using that link is how they would go through and share and fill out their details and get an account set up. Again, it is in language, so that is obviously a challenge for the rest of us. And so it's very much the same kind of experience that you would have with signing up. And like I said, we will play that video, which is next. Andrew takes you through it step by step. So I'd ask you to pay attention, and we have made this video available on the library. All right. So Andrew, you're about to take it away.
Yeah. I'm Andrew from the Australasian head office of Mannatech. And I'm guessing you want to know how to sign up a new associate or preferred customer that resides in Thailand. Well, let me start off by saying it is super easy, and the process I'm about to show you can be used in all markets. As you can see, I'm currently on the mannatech.com website, and from here, you want to log in as you normally would. So we're going to click on the sign in button, enter our account number and our password, and click on sign in. Once you're in, you'll want to click on the enrollment tab located at the very top of the page. Next, you'll need to decide whether you'll be signing them up as an associate or preferred customer. For today's purposes, I'm going to click on associate. Now moving down the page, we need to change the country, which of course will be Thailand. If you want to update the sponsor and enroller of this new sign up, now is the time to do this, because as you can see at the bottom here, we now have this registration link. You're going to click on the blue copy button, and now you can share this registration link with your potential enrollee via email or SMS or via one of the social media platforms. Now, when your new enrollment clicks on the link that you just sent them, they'll need to complete the sign up by agreeing to the terms and conditions, filling in their personal information like local name, English name, date of birth, creating a password, adding their contact numbers and an email address, adding their home address, bank details, and then of course, clicking on the submit button. Once all the paperwork is done, they can then log into mannatech.co.th using their account number and the password they just created and start placing their first order. It's as simple as that.
And it is that simple, right? It is very clear. If you've been somebody that's been enrolling people on a regular basis, you do know that it's a matter of going in and out of the website like you normally would. And again, that video can be found in a resource library. And thank you for Andrew for doing his best radio voice on that. But I think once you see it, it takes the mystery out of it. Okay. So then if we look at how to order, you will go to mannatech.co.th, click on the login button, log in with their account and password, and realistically click on all products. I think you're all very familiar with how to add to cart and things like that. Again, there are additional videos that the Korean team made on this process because we couldn't see this until they went live with the website and in the resource library if you want to take a look. But it will be as clicking on the product, selecting your products in quantity, adding to cart, entering shipping information, and clicking checkout and moving from there. What I can say, this is what the website looks like up here. When you go to the website, obviously it is in language. Google does give you the option to look at the page in Thai or in English. That is a Google thing. When you do it, I'm going to tell you, you're going to spot a couple of spelling mistakes. That is because of Google Translate, not any issue with the website, because the website has been built in Thai. Okay, so that is a very useful tool for you because you're going to go to the website and go, it's not going to make sense to you. So you'll see it pop up in the corner, Google Translate. And this little icon here, if you're in English and you want to switch back, just click on this and this will reappear. Okay, so again, Google does give you the opportunity to translate the website. It'll give you enough information to navigate it around, but please be kind with some of the spelling mistakes that pop up. I did see in one instance that Mannatech was T-E-K instead of T-E-C-H, but it was only in one area. So again, that's partly because of Google Translate. Okay, now products. So they have launched with Luminovation. Okay, very apt in saying that we are very well versed with Luminovation. And if you were on the start of the call, you heard me say how much I love it. And I know there are a lot of fans of Luminovation right now. Obviously, we have a retail and an associate customer price. Again, all in
message
with PV. And the other product they've launched with is Osaline. Now, I'm going to put this out there. It is spelled differently. That is a requirement. That's the way they've had to do it. I think from what I've been told, it's kind of due to the fact that Osaline, the name came from Osaline. And I think when it translated, it didn't make much sense. So Osaline, if you look at it, it's not a dodgy product. It's just the way it's going to be spelled in Thailand. And they're what are available now. Coming soon are additional products. Manipole, Ambertose AO, GI Pro Balance, which we're big fans of here as we know, Nutriveris, and True Pure. And again, True Pura. Again, has to be called a different name there. I believe GI Pro Balance may have a name adjustment also, from what I'm aware of. But again, there's nothing, it is the same products. It just, some of them have to have had different names. And again, once I know price and PV, we can confirm that, but they are being worked on at the moment. Again, similar to Australia and the US, we have the TGA, the US have the FDA. Products do need to go through a registration process in other markets as well. And that's what's happening right now in Thailand. But as I said, we're big fans of Luminovation. It doesn't need a lot of explanation. We know how beautiful it is. It is a wonderful opportunity to start sharing. And Andrew, this is where you're going to come in. Andrew's going to just briefly go through the compensation plan. Some are special promotions, some are exactly the same. Again, there are different requirements in the market. Andrew, are you good to go? Will I just start clicking?
Yep, thank you.
Yep.
I didn't actually realize I was doing the special promotion part.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got a couple of different, I think there's only 3 special promotions that they've got. The first one in regards to the team bonus. And all of these special promotions are only for the first 6 months. All right. So do you know, Sinead, if it's the 6 months starting now or 6 months starting from the...
I believe, no, it's from now.
From now. Okay. So from 6 months starting from now. So they actually don't have, when it comes to the team business development bonuses, they only have the first 2. And so for team 6, team 8, and team 10, they can still earn that within the first 6 months. However, after that 6 months, there's no point in them going for the extra team bonuses because they can only go or receive money on the first 2. Next slide, please.
It's a monthly payout on the first 2, on the 400 and 800, as you see. And then the promotion bonus for Power 1600 is based on 15% of the price paid for a product order. So that will vary
Oh, I
what
see.
somebody orders. Yes.
So the first two are a set amount irrespective of how much PV.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after the 6 months, it'll just be that designated 1,600
Yep.
for making that level, as
Yep.
opposed to the percentage.
So how long does the percentage go for?
6 months.
Okay. And it's only on the 1,600, it's only on the 500 or more.
Correct.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just feel this feedback from someone.
Oh, it's probably me, sorry.
No, I don't. I'll have a look. I'll keep an eye out. So I've moved my mouse now and I shouldn't be allowed to have a mouse.
Can I get the next slide?
Yeah, I am. Like literally my mouse has just gone to sleep, but there we go. There you go. I woke up. Okay.
So rank up special promotion, again for 6 months. Okay, so it's doubled. Another one time. Okay, so so they're doing theirs. I kind of wish we did these at the end, but the bonus part is that they get an extra one-time bonus or an extra one-time payout. And as you can see, their structure on the leadership bonus is actually a little different. So for us here, we do it as when you reach presidential director for the first time, you get an extra $1,000, I believe. If you reach it again or have it consecutively, so you reach it another one time, you get actually, sorry, it's another 3 times, you get an extra 1,000. Then when you get to bronze presidential, there's these one-off payoffs or payouts. They do it from gold executive. So once you reach gold executive for the first time, you'll get 8,000 bar. If you reach it again another 3 times, but there you've got to reach it those extra 2 times, sorry, so 3 times all up, but an extra 2 times within 6 month period, you'll receive another one-off payment of 17,000 bar. When you reach presidential, it's 15,000. If you reach it for the following for another 2 times within 6 months, it's the 35,000. They will also do for the first 6 months. So if within the first 6 months of us starting, which is from now until what, end of the year, Christmas, if you reach gold executive director 3 times, you'll receive 8,000, then another 17,000, and then another 17,000. So it's an extra big payout, if that makes sense. So the 17,000 gets paid out twice. The 35,000 gets paid out twice if you reach presidential within 6 months, but it's only for the first 6 months. After Christmas or after this first 6 months, it will then just, that blue section will drop off. So that second big payout is not going to happen.
What about lower levels? I mean, why are we just going straight to gold executive and presidential?
So this is based around our, what is it? Our leadership bonus. Is it called a leadership bonus? Which is when you reach, for us, it's when you reach presidential, you get an extra payout. When you reach bronze presidential for the first time, you get a payout.
Oh,
but it's a one-off payment. It doesn't have nothing to do with your unilateral, your legs and all that kind of stuff. Side volume, none of that is is taken into account with this. It's just a one-off payment. However, for Thailand, because it's opening for the first 6 months, you'll get 2 one-off payments.
And the idea is to try and develop strong leadership within the marketplace quickly.
Yeah.
Because for any market to succeed, there needs to be strong leadership from the get-go. And we know we're a business based on people all reaching different levels and, everybody having, different goals within their business. But if you can develop strong leadership going up through the levels, you're going to have duplication, which is really what's going to help in our market take off. Most countries would wish that when they opened that they had 10 Judy Abbotts and 10 Karen Dennises straight off the bat, and it doesn't happen like that. But you do want to encourage people to really start working towards those higher levels, because when you're getting those higher levels, you're going to get a lot of silver associates, gold associates, and all the other ranks filling in, which is really what you want. You want a lot of people sharing as quickly as you can. Compensation plan. Sorry, Drew. I bunched it all in together. I think comp plan promotion, same.
Yep.
That's my brain.
So they're just showing the current extra promotions that they've got, which we just spoke about. Next slide. So the power seller bonus, this is our power seller bonus, or the standard global power seller bonus, which you should all know that we have power 10, power 15, and power 20. So that's PPV of 200, 500, and 1,000. You also need 2 active customers. And we all know what an active customer is. It's a customer with an order of 50 points or more. So you need 2 of those, a minimum of 2 of those to be able to receive the power seller. For us. For them, they don't need any customers. So next slide, please.
They don't need any customers.
Nope.
Okay.
No customers. They can get the power seller bonus based on their personal orders, and that's it. They don't need the two active customers like the rest of everyone else does. But you can see that theirs is slightly different as well. They don't need to get to 1,000 points either. It starts off at 200 PV or PPV or more. Once you get to 300, then you earn the next section, which is the power 800. And then to reach the power 1600, it's 500 PPV or more. Again, the main difference, other than the lower PPV requirement, is the fact that they don't need customers. They can earn this on their own orders. The only time it doesn't pay out is their first order, of course, because they get the first order bonus.
Mhm.
Next slide, please. Yeah.
But this is going back to the one you showed before, where for the first 6 months, they get a percentage as well.
Correct. So yes, for the first 6 months. So this is
Only on
we're
the
now
big
going
one.
into the compensation plan, like
Right.
as it will be for the rest of their being here.
Okay.
But we showed you the bonus section first. Sorry, just to confuse you a bit.
Yeah.
But yes, you're correct. For the first 6 months, if they get to power 1600 or 1600, they'll get that extra 15% on the total value of everything, as opposed to just the 1600 bar.
So they get the 1600 and they get the 15%.
I believe, yes, I believe it's both.
Wow.
Yep. So the business development bonus, this is our sort of global setup of that, which is Team 2, Team 4, Team 5, Team 6, Team 8 and Team 10. Sorry, next one. Sorry, you're right. And then these are the US dollar figures, not ours, or not New Zealand or Singapore, so don't get confused there. But at each level, it's a set amount. They all double up, as we know, and it's all based around you having 2 associates. All 3 of you need to have 500 PPV or more. Again, then to reach Team 4, you need 4 associates, and so on. Next slide, please. So for them, they will only have 2 team bonuses, so Team 2 and Team 4, and it's basically the same setup as ours. So they need to have, for Team 2, they need to have 2 associates. All 3 of you have to have 500 PPV or more. To make Team 4, you have to have 4 associates, each of you having 500 PPV or more.
And the 500 PPV is only on their 0 level. But so is that a bit different I mean, that only applies to our 0 level here.
So your top of your legs. Is that what you mean?
I mean, a personally enrolled associate. The 500 PV is only on that personally enrolled associate's 0 level.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the same. It doesn't mean their whole leg. I mean, is what I'm really
No.
saying.
Yeah. Sorry. No.
Yeah.
All of them, theirs as well as ours, is personally enrolled.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be personally enrolled.
Mm-hmm.
So the first order bonus, as you know, anyone you sign up being a customer or an associate, you'll receive 20% of the sale price on their first order and their first order alone. With Thailand, they only get 10% and they only receive it on the associate. They won't receive the 10% on any customers that they enroll.
Okay.
All right. So that's the difference there. And then these are just the different, the payouts that they'll get for the mentor bonus. But everything else is the same. It's just showing us that the different dollar figure, I guess, for them.
Mm-hmm.
And everything
The uni level bonus. Sorry.
Everything else from there on in the rest of the contract is the same.
Yeah, from there on in, it's exactly the same as the global market. So if you want, we can go through it, or if not, I don't think we need to.
No, we don't have that much time.
No.
Yeah, no. We didn't sign Karen up to do a comp plan training tonight.
Tonight, no.
No, I think it'll be kind of too much information, and that really is kind of, I think, as much as most people will need to know for now. Some of these are designed to have a 6-month promotion period, because again, you will find, so for example, and Bella, I know you're here, there are some differences in the comp plan in Korea. Some of that is to do with legalities, and so, you know, when they do some of these things, it'll be based around what's needed in each market. And I also think it's also a general understanding of what that market needs. We're not all the same, you know. I know we all put our trousers on one leg at a time, but there are differences. Well, I hope you put them on one leg at a time. Totally up to you if you don't. So Exciting times. We also have a Welcome Thailand incentive for our region. And in this incentive, normally in our incentives, it counts activity in Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore. For this incentive, we will be counting any activity you have in Thailand. So if you go ahead and enroll somebody in Thailand, you can earn incentive points for this incentive. Now, I'll be very clear. If you're not interested in growing a business in Thailand, the cash is available for you. So that first 200 points gives you $1,000. If you're going to go to the opening ceremony, which is going to give you the 250 points, that cash is designed to help you pay for your flight. And then the 250 will give you 5 nights accommodation in Bangkok. This is a business building trip. This is not, we're going to take you to see the elephants or watch some jugglers on the street. You can obviously make time to do that if you wish. This is designed to help you grow your business. And again, it's going to be a really, really good trip. I like listening to Jay talking about what's happening there. It's really, really exciting, and we love to see a market grow. All right, well, let us wrap it up for tonight. Everybody, thank you for being here. Again, if you think of anything in the meantime, please reach out. Andrew's home address is excited for what's to come. All right. Have a great evening, everybody, and we'll talk again very soon. Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.